Jinger Duggar, the sixth child of Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar, has always been one for stepping into the spotlight while keeping a sense of privacy about her personal life. Known primarily as part of the reality TV family from TLC's *19 Kids and Counting*, Jinger carved out her own path when she left Arkansas to pursue independence in California with her husband, Jeremy Vuolo. Recently, however, fans were treated to something special. A rare video shared by Jinger featuring an emotional reunion with her mother, Michelle Duggar. The clip offered glimpses not only into their bond, but also into how far Jinger has come since leaving home. The video begins with Jinger standing outside her cozy California home, smiling warmly as she waits for her mom's arrival. It's clear that this visit is meaningful. Jinger looks both excited and slightly nervous, emotions often tied to reconnecting with loved ones after time apart. When Michelle steps out of the car, there's no hesitation. Mother and daughter embrace tightly, laughing and crying simultaneously. The affection between them radiates through the screen, reminding viewers of the deep connection they share despite differences in geography and lifestyle. As they walk inside together, snippets of conversation reveal just how much this moment means to both women. Michelle comments on how beautiful Jinger's house is, noting its warmth and charm. "It feels like you," she says softly, her voice filled with pride. This simple compliment speaks volumes about the evolution of their relationship. Once seen solely as the obedient daughter following strict family rules, Jinger now stands as a confident woman who has built a life true to herself. Her home reflects this transformation. It's inviting yet uniquely hers, blending elements of tradition with modern touches. Throughout the video, Jinger shares stories about her daily routine, giving Michelle a tour of the spaces where she spends most of her time. She talks animatedly about cooking meals, tending to her garden, and working on creative projects. There's a noticeable ease in her demeanor, suggesting that she feels completely at home in her surroundings. Meanwhile, Michelle listens intently, nodding along, and occasionally chiming in with questions or observations. Their dynamic showcases mutual respect and understanding, qualities that seem to have strengthened over the years. One particularly touching segment occurs when Jinger shows Michelle a photo wall dedicated to cherished memories. Among the pictures are shots from Jinger's childhood, weddings within the Duggar family, and recent photos of her own growing family. As they pause to admire each image, Jinger opens up about what these moments mean to her. "I've learned so much from our family," she admits, her tone thoughtful. "But I've also had to figure things out on my own." Michelle nods knowingly, offering words of encouragement. "You're doing amazing, sweetheart," she replies, her eyes glistening with tears. Later, the two sit down for coffee at the kitchen table, continuing their heartfelt discussion. They talk about faith, parenting, and navigating challenges, all topics familiar to anyone who grew up watching *19 Kids and Counting*. Yet, this conversation feels different. There's less focus on adhering to rigid expectations and more emphasis on supporting individual journeys. Michelle acknowledges that every person must find their way, even if it diverges from traditional paths. For longtime fans of the show, this exchange marks a significant shift in perspective, highlighting growth not just for Jinger, but for the entire Duggar clan. Perhaps the most poignant part of the video comes toward the end, when Jinger expresses gratitude for her upbringing, while acknowledging areas where she's chosen to forge her own path. She thanks her mom for instilling values like kindness, resilience, and hard work, adding that those lessons continue to guide her today. At the same time, she candidly discusses the importance of self-discovery and making choices aligned with personal beliefs. Michelle responds with grace, affirming that she supports Jinger wholeheartedly, regardless of the decisions she makes. This sentiment underscores a broader theme woven throughout the video: unconditional love. Despite past controversies surrounding the Duggar family, this footage serves as a reminder that relationships can evolve and deepen over time. While Jinger may live hundreds of miles away and lead a life quite distinct from her Arkansas roots, her connection to her family remains strong. And though she's embraced new perspectives and experiences, she still treasures the foundation laid during her formative years. In sharing this intimate glimpse into her world, Jinger offers fans a chance to see beyond headlines and stereotypes. She portrays herself not as a rebel breaking free from constraints, but as a thoughtful individual navigating life's complexities with courage and authenticity. Likewise, Michelle emerges as a loving, supportive figure who celebrates her daughter's achievements rather than clinging to old ways. Together, they embody the beauty of bridging generational gaps and finding common ground amidst change. Ultimately, this rare video resonates because it taps into universal themes of family, growth, and acceptance. Whether you're a devoted follower of the Duggars or simply someone curious about human connections, the message is clear: love transcends distance, time, and differing viewpoints. As Jinger and Michelle laugh, reminisce, and dream about the future, it becomes evident that their bond is unshakable, a testament to the enduring power of maternal love and mutual respect. Michelle Duggar's journey to California for the birth of her granddaughter marked a significant moment in the lives of the Duggar family, a clan known for their unwavering faith, traditional values, and tight-knit bonds. The trip was not just about welcoming a new member into the family, but also represented an opportunity for Michelle to step out of her familiar surroundings in Arkansas and embrace a new environment filled with excitement, anticipation, and reflection. Jinger Duggar Vulo, one of Michelle and Jim Bob Duggar's 19 children, had settled in Southern California with her husband, Jeremy Vulo, after their marriage. Their decision to live far from the rest of the family underscored their desire to carve out their own path while staying connected to their roots. When Jinger announced that she was expecting her first child, the news sent waves of joy through the entire Duggar household. For Michelle, this milestone carried profound meaning. As the matriarch of a large family, she had experienced countless pregnancies, births, and milestones over the years. Yet, this time felt different. It wasn't her child giving birth, but her grown daughter, now navigating motherhood herself. The prospect of traveling to California brought mixed emotions for Michelle. On one hand, she relished the chance to support Jinger during such a pivotal moment. She wanted to be there every step of the way, offering guidance, encouragement, and love as only a mother could. But on the other hand, leaving behind her home and the routines she cherished meant stepping into unfamiliar territory. California, with its sprawling cities, diverse culture, and coastal beauty, stood in stark contrast to the quieter, simpler life she led in Northwest Arkansas. Still, Michelle knew this trip was more than just a physical relocation. It symbolized a deeper transition within her own role as a parent. Watching her children grow up and start families of their own reminded her of how quickly time passes and how precious each moment truly is. As Michelle prepared for the journey, she couldn't help but reflect on the many lessons she'd learned throughout her own experiences as a mother. From raising toddlers to guiding teenagers, she had faced challenges, celebrated victories, and built a legacy of faith and resilience. Now, as she packed her bags and mentally prepared for what lay ahead, she felt a renewed sense of purpose. This visit wasn't just about being present for the birth of Jinger's son. It was about bridging generations, sharing wisdom, and creating memories that would last a lifetime. The days leading up to her departure were filled with a flurry of activity. Michelle coordinated with Jim Bob to ensure everything at home would run smoothly in her absence. She checked in with her other children, making sure they felt supported despite her temporary distance. And most importantly, she spent hours praying, seeking strength and clarity for the journey ahead. Her faith had always been her anchor, and she leaned on it heavily during times of change or uncertainty. This trip would be no exception. When the day finally arrived, Michelle boarded the plane with a heart full of hope and excitement. The flight provided ample time for reflection, allowing her to think deeply about the significance of this chapter in her life. Looking down at the vast expanse of land below, she marveled at God's creation and thanked Him for the blessings He had bestowed upon her family. By the time the plane touched down in California, Michelle felt ready, not just for the adventure that awaited, but for the emotional and spiritual growth that often accompanies such transformative experiences. Arriving in California, Michelle was greeted by a landscape that seemed worlds apart from her hometown of Springdale, Arkansas. The golden sun illuminated rolling hills dotted with palm trees, while the salty tang of the ocean breeze hinted at the nearby Pacific coastline. It was a scene so vibrant and alive that it almost overwhelmed her senses. Yet, amidst the dazzling scenery, Michelle found comfort in the warmth of Jinger and Jeremy's home, a cozy retreat nestled within the bustling cityscape. Their house, though modest compared to some Californian residences, radiated a charm uniquely theirs. Soft pastel walls adorned with family photos, plush furniture inviting intimate conversations, and a small garden bursting with colorful blooms. As Michelle settled into her temporary abode, she couldn't help but notice the subtle yet distinct differences between life here and back in Arkansas. In Springdale, mornings began with the gentle hum of nature and the distant clucking of chickens. Here, however, the day started with the rhythmic whoosh of cars speeding along freeways and the occasional bark of neighborhood dogs. Despite these contrasts, Michelle quickly adapted, finding solace in the familiar rhythms of domesticity. Helping Jinger prepare meals became a cherished ritual, where stories of childhood antics and dreams for the future intertwined seamlessly with chopping vegetables and stirring pots. Daily life in California offered Michelle a fresh perspective. Each morning, she accompanied Jinger on short walks around the neighborhood, marveling at the architectural diversity, from sleek modern homes to quaint cottages, and engaging in friendly exchanges with neighbors who were curious about the visiting grandmother. These interactions often led to impromptu invitations for coffee or tea, providing Michelle with glimpses into the rich tapestry of cultures that defined Southern California. One afternoon, she even joined a local church group meeting, where discussions about faith and community resonated deeply with her own beliefs, reinforcing the universal language of spirituality. Beyond the immediate vicinity of Jinger's home, Michelle ventured further into the heart of California. Trips to local markets introduced her to exotic fruits and artisanal goods she hadn't encountered before, sparking culinary experiments that delighted everyone's taste buds. A visit to a nearby beach proved particularly memorable. Standing barefoot on the cool sand, watching the waves crash against the shore, Michelle felt a profound connection to something greater than herself. It was moments like these that made her appreciate the beauty of exploration and the endless possibilities it presented. Yet, perhaps the most impactful aspect of Michelle's stay was witnessing firsthand the blend of tradition and innovation that characterized Jinger and Jeremy's lifestyle. While they embraced certain aspects of California living, such as frequenting farmers markets and enjoying outdoor activities, they remained steadfast in their commitment to family values and religious principles. This balance struck a chord with Michelle, reminding her that regardless of geographical location, core beliefs can serve as anchors in any setting. Through all these experiences, Michelle realized that adapting to a new place didn't mean abandoning one's identity, but rather enriching it. Every encounter, whether with strangers or familiar faces, added layers to her understanding of the world and her place within it. As she navigated the vibrant streets of California, she carried with her the essence of Arkansas, blending it harmoniously with the novel elements she discovered daily. This fusion created a unique narrative, one of growth, acceptance, and enduring love, that would forever shape her perception of home and belonging. As the due date approached, Michelle immersed herself fully in preparing for the arrival of Jinger and Jeremy's baby boy. Her role extended beyond mere support. She became an integral part of ensuring everything was meticulously arranged for the newborn's entry into the world. Days were spent organizing the nursery, transforming a simple room into a haven of soft pastels and comforting textures. Together with Jinger, Michelle carefully folded tiny onesies and arranged stuffed animals on shelves, each item chosen with love and intention. The scent of freshly laundered blankets mingled with the anticipation hanging thick in the air, creating an atmosphere both serene and electric. Michelle's presence provided not only practical assistance, but also emotional fortitude. Late-night conversations often turned to reflections on motherhood, with Michelle sharing anecdotes from her own journey, raising 19 children. She spoke candidly about the sleepless nights, the joys of first steps and words, and the inevitable challenges that came with parenting. These stories served as both cautionary tales and sources of encouragement, grounding Jinger in the reality of what lay ahead while bolstering her confidence. "You'll find your rhythm," Michelle assured her daughter, her voice steady and reassuring. "And remember, you're never alone." In addition to imparting wisdom, Michelle took charge of logistical preparations. She coordinated with healthcare providers, ensuring all appointments were scheduled and questions addressed. Her organizational skills shone as she compiled lists of essential items, cross-referencing them with recommendations from friends and experts alike. Nothing escaped her meticulous attention, from packing hospital bags weeks in advance to confirming travel arrangements for family members planning to join them post-birth. Her foresight alleviated much of the stress that typically accompanies impending parenthood, allowing Jinger and Jeremy to focus on nurturing their growing family unit. Perhaps most importantly, Michelle cultivated an environment of calm and positivity. Her unwavering faith infused every interaction, turning routine tasks into opportunities for gratitude and prayer. Whether folding laundry or reviewing birth plans, she wove threads of spirituality into the fabric of daily life, reminding everyone involved of the divine purpose behind this new beginning. Prayers offered together became moments of unity, binding the family closer as they awaited the miracle of new life. Throughout this period, Michelle's adaptability shone brightly. Though accustomed to a more rural pace, she seamlessly integrated into the urban rhythm of California, leveraging resources available locally to enhance their preparations. She explored local boutiques and specialty stores, discovering innovative products designed to simplify early parenting stages. Her willingness to embrace new ideas demonstrated a remarkable openness, proving that even seasoned mothers have much to learn and share. As the final days ticked away, Michelle's efforts culminated in a sense of readiness that permeated the household. The nursery stood complete, a testament to collective effort and shared vision. Hospital bags sat neatly packed, ready to accompany Jinger whenever labor commenced. Most significantly, a spirit of peace and preparedness enveloped the family, thanks largely to Michelle's tireless dedication. With each passing hour, the anticipation grew, yet so too did the assurance that they were equipped, emotionally, physically, and spiritually, for whatever lay ahead. On the day of the birth, Michelle's steadfast presence transformed what could have been a nerve-wracking experience into a moment of profound joy and serenity. From the early morning hours when contractions began, she remained a calming force, whispering words of encouragement and holding Jinger's hand through each wave of discomfort. Her ability to stay composed under pressure stemmed not only from years of experience, but also from her deep faith, which anchored her actions throughout the process. As Jinger labored, Michelle prayed softly, invoking divine strength and guidance for both mother and child. When the long-awaited moment finally arrived, and the doctor announced the safe arrival of Jinger and Jeremy's son, tears of relief and happiness streamed down Michelle's face. The room filled with laughter and exclamations of wonder as the tiny bundle was placed gently into Jinger's arms. Michelle leaned over, her eyes glistening with emotion, marveling at the miracle before her. "He's perfect," she murmured, her voice trembling with awe. In that instant, all the preparation, prayers, and anticipation coalesced into pure gratitude. The weight of responsibility she had carried dissolved, replaced by an overwhelming sense of fulfillment. In the hours following the birth, Michelle continued to play a vital role, ensuring Jinger rested while tending to the myriad details that accompany a newborn's arrival. She organized refreshments for visitors, helped coordinate calls to family members eager for updates, and even assisted nurses with administrative tasks. Her efficiency allowed Jinger and Jeremy to bask in the blissful cocoon of their expanding family without distraction. More than anything, Michelle's quiet competence reassured everyone that they were in capable hands. Holding her grandson for the first time, Michelle felt a surge of emotions she hadn't anticipated. The delicate warmth of his body against hers stirred memories of her own children's infancy, evoking a bittersweet nostalgia. Yet, unlike those earlier days, this moment carried a different kind of significance. Here she was, not as a young mother navigating uncharted waters, but as a wise elder passing the torch to the next generation. Gazing at the sleeping infant, she recognized traces of Jinger's features alongside hints of Jeremy's strong jawline, an exquisite blend of two beloved souls now united in parenthood. As news spread among the extended Duggar family, messages poured in from Arkansas and beyond. Each congratulatory note reinforced the interconnectedness of their clan, transcending physical distances to celebrate this shared triumph. Michelle relayed these sentiments to Jinger, weaving them into a tapestry of communal joy that surrounded the new parents. Even amidst the whirlwind of activity, she ensured that every detail contributed to a seamless transition into motherhood, embodying the epitome of selfless service. By evening, as the hospital room settled into a peaceful hush, Michelle reflected on the day's events with a heart full of thanksgiving. Witnessing the birth of her grandchild had rekindled her appreciation for life's cyclical nature, the ebb and flow of roles within a family, the passing of torches, and the eternal bonds forged through love and legacy. Here, in this bustling California hospital, miles away from the familiar comforts of home, Michelle found herself profoundly enriched. The experience had deepened her understanding of her evolving role, affirming that her purpose extended far beyond her immediate household. As she kissed her sleeping grandson's forehead and whispered a final prayer, she knew this journey had changed her irrevocably, filling her with renewed hope and boundless love. The time Michelle spent in California for the birth of Jinger's son left an indelible mark on her, reshaping her perspective in ways both subtle and profound. Returning to Arkansas, she carried with her not just memories of a beautiful new grandchild, but also a renewed sense of purpose and adaptability. The experience underscored the importance of embracing change, even when it takes you far from the familiar comforts of home. Michelle realized that while roots are essential, growth often requires stepping outside one's comfort zone. Her time in California taught her that flexibility and openness to new environments can lead to unexpected blessings and personal enrichment. Professionally and personally, Michelle emerged from this journey with a heightened awareness of her evolving role within the family dynamic. As the matriarch, she had always been a pillar of strength and guidance, but now she saw herself as more than just a provider of wisdom and support. She understood that her influence extended into fostering resilience and independence in her adult children, encouraging them to forge their paths while staying grounded in shared values. This realization deepened her commitment to nurturing relationships across generations, ensuring that the Duggar legacy of faith, love, and unity continued to thrive. Moreover, Michelle's reflections revealed a profound appreciation for the cyclical nature of life. Witnessing Jinger navigate the joys and challenges of motherhood mirrored her own journey decades ago, yet it also highlighted how each generation brings its unique flair to timeless traditions. This duality inspired Michelle to approach her future endeavors with a blend of reverence for the past and enthusiasm for the unknown. She returned to Arkansas invigorated, ready to apply the lessons learned in California to her ongoing mission of supporting her family and community. Ultimately, Michelle's trip encapsulated a transformative period of growth. It reaffirmed her belief in the power of faith, family, and adaptability, reinforcing her resolve to embrace life's transitions with grace and courage. Through this experience, she discovered that true fulfillment lies not in clinging to the familiar, but in embracing the opportunities that arise when we venture beyond our boundaries. Jana Duggar and Steven Wisman, a couple celebrated for their shared values of family, faith, and adventure, have recently turned heads with their heartwarming approach to quality time together. The duo, known for cherishing moments that strengthen familial bonds, has embarked on a unique journey in their cozy camper trailer, a testament to their love for simplicity and meaningful living. Their story is one of blending traditional values with modern-day practicality, all while fostering an environment where cherished memories are created. For Jana and Steven, family time isn't just a phrase, it's a way of life. Whether they're gathered around the campfire under a starlit sky or sharing laughter over a meal prepared in their compact kitchenette, every moment spent in their camper feels intentional and deeply personal. This dedication to nurturing relationships shines through not only in how they interact, but also in the thoughtful design of their mobile home away from home. From its warm, inviting decor to its cleverly optimized space, the trailer reflects their personalities, practical yet full of charm, functional yet brimming with warmth. What makes this couple's lifestyle particularly inspiring is their ability to balance tradition with innovation. They embrace the idea of slowing down and savoring life's simple pleasures, something increasingly rare in today's fast-paced world. Yet, at the same time, they've seamlessly integrated modern conveniences into their travels, ensuring comfort without compromising authenticity. It's clear from the photos of their setup that each corner of the camper tells a story, whether it's the neatly folded quilts reminiscent of Jana's upbringing or the tech-savvy gadgets Steven enjoys tinkering with during downtime. The joy radiating from these two as they navigate life on the road speaks volumes about their commitment to prioritizing what truly matters: connection, gratitude, and shared experiences. Through their adventures in the camper, Jana and Steven remind us all of the beauty found in slowing down, embracing simplicity, and making space for loved ones, even if that space happens to be on wheels. Step inside Jana Duggar and Steven Wisman's camper trailer, and you'll immediately notice how every inch has been thoughtfully curated to reflect both functionality and personality. The interior exudes a warm, inviting charm, blending rustic elements with modern touches that make it feel like a true home away from home. Neutral tones dominate the color palette: soft creams, earthy browns, and muted grays, creating a serene atmosphere perfect for relaxation after a day of exploration. Accents of navy blue and forest green add subtle pops of color, tying in beautifully with the natural surroundings they often find themselves in. One of the standout features is the use of natural materials throughout the space. Reclaimed wood paneling lines parts of the walls, lending an organic texture that feels grounding and timeless. Hand-woven rugs cover the floors, adding layers of comfort underfoot while infusing the space with a handmade, artisanal vibe. Textiles play a key role in bringing warmth to the compact quarters. Plaid throw blankets are draped casually over the sofa, while embroidered pillows feature intricate patterns that hint at Jana's eye for detail. These textiles not only enhance coziness, but also serve as conversation starters, each piece telling its own story of craftsmanship or sentimental value. Lighting is another area where the couple has struck the perfect balance between practicality and ambiance. Pendant lights hang above the dining table, casting a soft glow during meals, while string lights tucked into shelving units create a whimsical touch. During the day, large windows allow sunlight to flood the space, highlighting the clean lines of the built-in furniture and emphasizing the airy feel of the layout. At night, Strategically placed LED strips provide gentle illumination without overwhelming the senses, ensuring the camper remains a peaceful retreat even when darkness falls. What truly sets this camper apart, however, is the seamless integration of personal touches. Family heirlooms, such as a vintage clock passed down through generations, sit proudly on display alongside framed photographs capturing cherished memories. Each item seems carefully chosen not just for its aesthetic appeal, but for the meaning it holds. For instance, a small potted plant perched near the window serves as a reminder of growth and renewal, a nod to their shared belief in cultivating strong roots wherever they go. Meanwhile, a guitar resting against the wall hints at Steven's musical inclinations, ready to bring spontaneous melodies to their evenings together. Even the smallest details contribute to the overall sense of harmony within the space. Hooks by the door hold hats and jackets, keeping clutter at bay, while baskets stashed beneath benches offer clever storage solutions for everyday essentials. Every nook and cranny feels purposeful yet uncluttered, proving that style and utility can coexist effortlessly. Together, these elements transform the camper into more than just a vehicle for travel. It becomes a sanctuary where Jana and Steven can fully immerse themselves in the joys of family time, surrounded by beauty and intentionality. For Jana Duggar and Steven Wisman, their camper isn't just a mode of transportation, it's a hub for creating unforgettable moments and deepening connections with loved ones. One glance at their photo collection reveals countless stories etched into the fabric of their outdoor adventures. In one candid shot, the couple sits cross-legged on a cozy picnic blanket spread out beside the trailer, plates of homemade sandwiches balanced on their laps. The golden hues of a late afternoon sun bathe the scene in warmth, highlighting smiles that seem to stretch endlessly. It's clear that even the simplest meals take on a celebratory air when shared amidst nature's splendor. Another image captures the magic of an impromptu game night under the stars. A portable folding table serves as the centerpiece, surrounded by mismatched chairs and glowing lanterns. Cards fan out across the surface, mid-shuffle, while a bag of trail mix sits nearby, half empty from enthusiastic snacking. Laughter echoes visibly in the expressions of everyone present, from wide-eyed children clutching their hands dramatically over losing cards to adults leaning back with contented grins. These lighthearted competitions aren't about winning or losing. They're about bonding, storytelling, and soaking up the joy of being fully present with one another. Perhaps most enchanting are the photos showcasing their evenings around the campfire. Flames dance merrily against the dark backdrop of night, illuminating faces gathered close in a circle. One particular snapshot stands out. Jana and Steven sit side by side on log stools, roasting marshmallows to perfection. Behind them, a group of friends and family members laugh as they attempt to toast their own treats without burning them to a crisp. The aroma of s'mores wafts through the air, mingling with the crackling sounds of the fire. It's a quintessential camping ritual, yet there's something uniquely special about how this couple elevates it into an experience steeped in camaraderie and nostalgia. These images paint a vivid picture of how Jana and Steven prioritize quality time outdoors. Whether it's enjoying a leisurely breakfast al fresco, engaging in playful rivalry during board games, or swapping stories by the flickering light of a campfire, each activity fosters deeper connections. What shines brightest in these moments is not just their ability to adapt traditions to fit their nomadic lifestyle, but also their unwavering commitment to making every interaction count. Their camper may be small, but the memories they create within its orbit are anything but. At the heart of Jana Duggar and Steven Wisman's decision to embrace camper life lies a profound alignment with their core values: faith, family, and adventure. For this couple, the open road represents more than just a means of travel. It symbolizes a deliberate choice to live intentionally, grounded in beliefs that emphasize simplicity, gratitude, and togetherness. Their faith plays an integral role in shaping their perspective on life, guiding them to seek fulfillment not in material possessions, but in meaningful experiences shared with loved ones. This philosophy is evident in every aspect of their journey, from the modest yet meticulously designed interior of their trailer to the way they prioritize spiritual reflection during their travels. Family, too, remains a cornerstone of their lifestyle. Growing up in households that placed immense importance on unity and support, both Jana and Steven understand the transformative power of spending uninterrupted time together. Their camper serves as a vessel for nurturing these bonds, offering a unique setting where distractions fade away and conversations flow freely. Whether it's gathering around the campfire for prayer or embarking on hikes that inspire awe in God's creation, their adventures are infused with opportunities to deepen familial ties. The mobility of their home allows them to include extended family members in their trips, creating intergenerational memories that span landscapes and seasons. Adventure, meanwhile, acts as the driving force behind their explorations. While some might view life on the road as unpredictable or challenging, Jana and Steven see it as a chance to step outside their comfort zones and embrace the unknown. Each destination offers a new opportunity to learn, grow, and marvel at the diversity of the world around them. From mountain trails to serene lake shores, their travels are a testament to their desire to experience life fully, hand in hand. By choosing a lifestyle that encourages spontaneity and discovery, they embody a spirit of curiosity that aligns perfectly with their belief in trusting God's plan for their journey. Ultimately, their decision to live in a camper reflects not just practicality, but a deeper calling, one rooted in faith, strengthened by family, and fueled by adventure. Through this unconventional path, Jana and Steven continue to build a legacy defined by love, resilience, and an unwavering commitment to cherishing the moments that truly matter. Jana Duggar and Steven Wisman's embrace of life in a camper trailer offers more than just inspiration. It provides a blueprint for redefining what it means to live well. At its core, their journey underscores the transformative power of simplicity. By stripping away excess and focusing on what truly matters, they demonstrate that happiness doesn't hinge on grandeur or material wealth, but on the richness of shared experiences. Their story invites readers to reflect on their own lives. How much of our daily routines are shaped by obligations or distractions, rather than genuine connection? Could we, too, find greater fulfillment by paring down and investing in moments that nurture relationships? Moreover, their example highlights the importance of intentionality. Every element of their camper, from its thoughtfully designed interiors to the activities they engage in, reveals a conscious effort to create spaces and rituals that foster closeness. This serves as a powerful reminder that meaningful living requires deliberate choices. Whether it's dedicating time to family dinners, exploring nature together, or simply disconnecting from technology to be fully present, the couple shows us that small actions can yield profound impacts. Their lifestyle challenges us to ask ourselves, are we prioritizing what aligns with our deepest values, or are we merely following societal expectations? Ultimately, Jana and Steven's journey inspires hope, a hope that it's never too late to recalibrate our priorities and seek joy in the simple, authentic moments of life. Their story proves that adventure doesn't have to mean traveling far. Sometimes, it's about finding wonder in the everyday and cherishing the people who matter most. As you turn the page on their tale, consider how you might incorporate these lessons into your own life. Perhaps it starts with a weekend getaway, a decluttered home, or simply a renewed focus on presence over perfection. Whatever the first step may be, let their journey remind you that true abundance lies not in what we accumulate, but in the love and memories we cultivate along the way.